Hi guys, it's Stephanie Mo Davis. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. I've created this channel to help decondition limiting beliefs so we can step into our fullest potential. Today's video is on how to find love. Everybody loves love. I love love. And I've been pretty fortunate to have some really great relationships in my life. But very often I work with people and I know people who have a hard time finding love. And not just finding love, but finding true love, good love, honest love, committed love, authentic love. So that's a totally different dynamic than just simply finding love. Finding love may be easy. Finding authentic love and a real soul connection is something different. So everybody comes through a different level of experience as so far as relationships. I think we can all attest that we've had great relationships, challenging relationships, tumultuous relationships, crappy relationships, beautiful relationships. They're so different and they're so unique, and relationships are lessons. Every single relationship you are in, whether it's perfect or terrible, it's a lesson. Every single relationship in your life, not just a partner, a romantic partner, but a family member and friends and the cashier at the grocery store. Every relationship or interaction with another human being is the potential for a lesson. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to learn. Right? I have a lot to learn. I've taken the slow way around here, and I like to learn and evolve on my process of being a human being and educate myself and evolve. So, as so far as relationships, this is what I've come to know through a very unique circumstance that I've talked about in previous videos called the twin flame connection, twin flame consciousness. And I want you to eliminate the word relationship from this phrase. I want to share with you what I've discovered fully and what's really come into my awareness very, very clearly in regards to finding a good soulmate or somebody who's really going to be in alignment with who you are. The number one thing that you have to do is you have to develop a true, authentic relationship with yourself. And I know this may sound very cliche, and I know you've heard this before, but I'm telling you from my personal experience, everything is energy, including the relationships that you attract in your life. Everything is energy. For example, I used to co-run a support group for women who were going through a divorce. And I would always say to them, this is not the time you want to go out and find another partner or start to date somebody. Because in the moment of the divorce, often it was tumultuous, it was draining, there was a lot of anger and guilt and shame and lower vibrational energies that would and can arise in a separation or a divorce. I know that from experience. I'm sure you guys either know from experience or at least have heard. So when your energy is in that sort of frequency, it is not the optimal time for you to run out and try to find somebody who you think is going to be a good man. Although you might crave that in the moment, you might crave the comfort and support, but very often you're going to attract somebody who is vibrationally in a very similar energy, right? So often, we talk about the rebound or the person who comes directly after a relationship and it might not last. And really, I believe that's because of the vibrational frequency the two are giving off and the attraction that's being created there. So that being said, you need to go into yourself, into your own heart, and really discover who you are, where your woundage is, go into your family history, go into your traumas, and really discover who you are, because what is going to happen inevitably is unconsciously those wounds are going to at some point reflect through the other person to come up for healing and clearing. So, and that can be misunderstood as tumultuous times in the relationship. All right, so let me say that again. If there's something within you that needs to heal, and it's stirring up and it starts to reflect through your partner, you're not going to consciously sit there and say, oh, I see what's happening here. My partner is reflecting back a childhood wound of abandonment, and that's why he's not showing up for me. So let me work on myself and not blame him. Right? We do this all the time. This is how we've operated in relationships for a very, very long time. And some relationships, many relationships, succumb because we don't understand what it really means to be in a healthy, honest, open relationship with another, because we do not understand clarity around how to be in a conscious, aware relationship with ourselves. I'm serious about this. I know. I'm very serious about this. And what happens as you traverse relationships is you either learn something that you like in that person and that you want to continue in the next relationship, or you learn very often what you do not want in the next relationship that precedes that one, right? So whether you stay together or not, you're going to learn something. You're either going to learn what you like or what you don't like. And you need both of those simultaneously to really understand yourself. So even a bad relationship doesn't need to be disrespected or not honored because it taught you what you didn't want. And being taught what you don't want is just as valuable as being taught what you do want. It's just that one of them feels better than the other. And very often as human beings, we like to feel cozy and good. And when something's uncomfortable or uneasy, we label it as bad. So I challenge you to start to not only look at your relationships, past, present, or future, regarding another or yourself, as being open to experience whether it feels good or bad, and realize that both are teaching you a very, very valuable lesson. We all know this. In the pain, the relationships where you've experienced the most hurt and the most heartbreak, those are your most transformational lessons right there. But again, we do not like it because it does not feel good. But if everything felt good, you would never learn. You would never crack open if everything was peachy keen. So you need those hard lessons and those heartbreaks, and you need those to grow and to evolve. This is how we came into the world. We came into the world this way. We do not come into the world all-knowing. We come into this world veiled, and then we get more conditioned, and we learn things through society, through our government, through politics, through our neighbors, through genders, through whatever, that veil us even more. So life is a process of unveiling and deconditioning, so you can really find out who you authentically are. And once you start to really understand yourself and you go into your hurts and your shadows, you will start to have a deeper love for yourself and your experience. Very often, we are our own worst enemy. We talk about this all the time. You have reels going on in your head like a movie all the time, and probably the majority of them regarding yourself are negative. You should be your own best friend. For crying out loud, you should be your own best friend. So go into yourself and do the work. If you need to be alone for a while, please be alone. I've been alone, not in relationship, for a couple of years, and I have grown incredibly, and I have blossomed incredibly by having time and space alone. I know as women, we are very programmed and conditioned for relationship, for family, for love, for codependency. That's a bad one, to rely on someone else to fulfill our needs. This is old paradigm relationship, and it's phasing out. You're going to need to learn how to take care of yourself and how to love yourself without depending on somebody else to do it for you. Very often, if you are very needy, the person is not going to give you what you need unconsciously because they shouldn't have to. And that's going to create friction, and most often, if you're unconscious, you're going to blame that person for being a jerk. It's you that feel a need to find fulfillment through another human being. I'm not saying relationship is bad. I love relationship. But when two people can come together who know themselves, who've learned how to love themselves, who've learned how to be authentic and express their feelings, that relationship looks completely different than two people who think they know what they're doing, but none of them have gone into themselves to the depth where they understand what they're doing, and they're reacting out of their own woundage and heritage and culture and belief systems. No wonder it's a mess. No wonder. Okay? So if you want to attract a really great partner or relationship, number one is you have to work on yourself. The more you look outside of yourself, we all know this, when you're looking for an amazing man or woman and you're really searching, you don't find anything, right? You only find it when you're not looking, because you're not needing. You're not in the energy of need and lack. You're in the energy of just being free and enjoying the moment. And that's when good things happen to you. Okay? Work on yourself. If it's so layered and so complex, the process of growing to self-love. I've been in this process for a very long time, and it doesn't really stop. It's that deep. And again, if you say that you love yourself, if you claim self-love, but you keep attracting terrible relationships, you do not love yourself. You have not done the work to the extent that it needs to be done. It's just the truth. So everything I share on my channel is experiential, which means that I've personally experienced it and gone through it and come out on the other end. So that's why I like to share. So you want a good relationship, you got to get right within. Number one, consistently. Not just moments of motivation and then falling off and then again relying on your partner to fulfill all your needs, wants, and desires. A relationship should be free between the two individuals. I'm not talking like, polygamous relationships and multiple sexual partners, but I'm saying the moment you trap somebody, right? Like, I've heard that phrase, like, I gotta trap his ass. The moment you trap somebody, you're oppressing and you're suppressing someone else's innate ability to feel free within themselves, and they will die a slow death. They will. You should feel free. You should be in trust and love and faith that if your partner doesn't text you every 2 minutes, that it's going to be okay. Right? Look into your own issues. When you feel triggered by your partner, oh, that person's not showing up for me, that person's unavailable, well, then you got to look within yourself in the ways that you're unavailable for yourself. It's the bottom line. Or you'll keep attracting other relationships until you learn those lessons. And then maybe when you're, 70, you'll find your soulmate. Do the work. Whenever you're ticked off at somebody else, it's something that you need to look at within yourself. And I know that's hard for people to hear, especially people who have a little bit of an ego, which is most people on this planet, but it's true. And I share this because I want to help people be in love, and I want people to find their soulmate and be happy and not struggle. So look within. Until next time, guys, thank you so much and have a great day. Hey, if you like, subscribe to my channel. Then I know that you're interested and I'll keep sharing. Okay?